and on the outside patio. Book your room today at thekindlerhotel.com in Lincoln at 11th and P.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com. Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC, doing life together. Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
It's been a busy day in sports. A lot has happened while you were up to your eyeballs in work. Catch up on what went down in Nebraska athletics, college sports, and your favorite pro sports leagues. This is Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket, sponsored by Canopy Street Market. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arends and Derek Pearson.
It is 10:04. 10:04 Lincoln time. Harrison Arends,
do you know where your kids are?
Do you know where your kids are? Some of them are listening to The Ticket, and we appreciate it. 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of what we're doing late night? Let us know you're still up. Let us know you're listening. Let us know you care. Do those things through that text number. You can follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Hello Channel 961, and the Ticket app. If you want to do so, please find your way through. A couple of questions for you throughout the course of this evening. And again, we do lead with the disclaimer that who knows what rabbit hole we shall go down.
Yeah. I was thinking about the Sipple hole yesterday.
Right. Right. Like we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't know. And it depends on the news and what the top stories are and what's going on. And this was an interesting night. College basketball is starting to find its legs. I think the feature game on the college schedule was Duke and Texas, with the Blue Devils blowing out Texas. They were up by 17 late in the second half.
Saw Boise State lost
their
opening game.
There's going to be some interesting things. I mean, we have to be honest that it is not easy to gauge early season basketball. You just don't know the people.
No, and there's always some of those teams who was the St. Peter's Peacocks where you might laugh like you guys lost to those guys, and then they make it all the way to the Sweet 16. They beat Purdue, and like some of those teams are way better than you give them credit.
Well,
at the very beginning of the season.
Well, I mean, in this transfer portal era, you have to be careful. Auburn brought in Bethune-Cookman from the HBCUs. And, that would be considered a revenue game, non-con revenue game, except Bethune-Cookman took them to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona eventually winning, but that's not what you want to start your season with
No, you write a check for an overtime win.
A feisty overtime win, a wouldn't quit overtime win. A veteran Bethune-Cookman team that, again, through the transfer portal, did a pretty good job of accumulating talent that meshed similar styles. And then if you're Miami, who's next on the schedule for Bethune-Cookman, you got to get to work. You got to start to pay attention. If you're Dayton, they're on the clock, and you go, okay, wow, we may have some work to do. Arizona State with a win over Southern Utah. They win by 17. Texas Tech blows out Lindenwood, who we're familiar with here.
Mm-hmm.
Idaho State falling to Park U. Gibson. Wow. Hello. Stanford in a brawl early with Portland State 37-30. Long Beach State down 15 to San Diego State as a part of the early scoreboard. Now, in the NBA, again, same rules apply. In that, with players moving around, you're never quite sure what this is going to look like. Golden State sitting at 4-3, Phoenix at 3-4. Golden State up by 19 at halftime. And I'm not sure what to expect from either of those teams. I expect a little bit more from Golden State, but Phoenix, you made some moves, and to me, it appears that your future forward. Like this season is not about this season. And if you're Devin Booker, you got to answer some questions. Like, well, how am I supposed to get through this?
He's the guy I feel the worst for.
Yeah, he's a little.
That was his team.
A little bitter.
And you bring in a bunch of new players. Your role is kind of in the blunder of I don't really know what they wanted that team to be.
But the rule in the NBA is always that the player, it's a player league. So no matter who's coaching, the player has the ability to build his talent, his resume, his brand. And if you can't, I mean, when you shoot, they're your shots. You have full ownership of it, right? And you can say, well, I don't get enough shots, but I don't think that Devin Booker's ever said that.
Well, the problem wasn't the offense. It was like, can you guys play defense?
Well, but I mean.
And so that's where someone needed to make a sacrifice, and no sacrifices were made.
Well,
No is a strong word, but that was the problem.
But NBA defense is a team sacrificed by a bunch of individuals. And if none of the individuals play defense or all of them don't play defense, that's on everybody.
Yeah.
That's on everybody. Yeah, and you can't claim to be a team leader and go, well, I can't get my guys to play defense. Well, that's leadership. That's leadership. That's communication. That's standard and holding things in play. I can't be mad at if everybody's not playing defense. If everyone is playing defense, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
If everybody's not doing it, whoever's leading it, because that's why you get the extra bucks. That's why you get extra money. That's why you get extra perks. That's why you get the best.
Kevin Durant was making
that's
more
why
money,
you get but that's why you get the extra suite.
So then is it Kevin Durant's or
well, Kevin Durant
Devin
played
Booker's?
it all, but Kevin Durant played it at all NBA defensive level.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He was good. He was fine on defense. He was better than fine.
And upset that, okay, I was brought to a place where not everybody buys into the defensive theory, and he knows that, well, if they won't listen, then it's just not for me. He's at the point in his career where, he don't want to train people.
Yeah, I mean,
he wants people to know how to play and are willing to work at it. So the same thing applies, right? That who has the better resume, Kevin Durant or Devin Booker?
It's Kevin Durant, clearly.
So then there is some responsibility, but Kevin Durant has made it clear, I don't want to be the guy. Do not bring me in to be the guy. I'll be the space eater. I'll be the crevice filler, but do not ask me to be the leader. That's not his lane. So you figure that out. James Harden, don't ask me to lead. Bradley Beal, don't ask me to lead.
Well, Kevin Durant, I never sure, other than he's a phenomenal player, but at the Warriors, like if you don't want to be the lead, that was the perfect spot for him. Because that was always Steph Curry's team. And they were phenomenal when they were all healthy.
But that happens for most athletes, where they have to at some point identify, do they want to be the lead dog?
Yeah.
And not everybody does. Not everybody wants that.
Yeah, and after the Warriors, I guess that's where he landed.
I mean, think of it. If you're who's the lead dog for the Boston Celtics every year?
Well, it's Tatum, but he's Brown right now.
Right? So if you're Jaylen Brown, do you want to be the lead dog? Do you think you can be the lead dog? Russell Westbrook always thought that he was the lead dog wherever he was, and people had issue with it. So not everybody's built for it.
Yeah.
Not everybody wants that responsibility. Giannis is trying to figure out, okay, in order for this franchise to be what he wants it to be as his best player, then he had to determine whether he could lead or not. Can I be the best player and lead? I know I'm the best player, but can I lead? Can I make lesser players better by my work? And that's not always an easy answer.
No, and that's why guys like LeBron, Jokic, even Chris Paul, I've always been a big Chris Paul fan for that simple reason of even, back to the Suns. That was the last time the Suns were at their best. It was Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton.
Do you think Jokic is a great leader?
I think, yeah. I think that team clicks really well.
Some would say that there's some other players on that team that actually do the grind.
I mean, yeah, guys like Aaron Gordon. But
right.
you could definitely say that Jokic is the leader on that team.
Why?
The guys will tell you he's a leader on that team.
No, they haven't.
There's a massive respect for Jokic across the league.
Respect is, we're talking about respect in the league against guys that have to play against them. But guys that want to be led on that team, you have to be there. You can't lead from another country.
You're telling me that people don't like, well, that's not the right words, but you tell me like Jokic isn't a leader on that Nuggets team?
Who's going to lead the offseason workouts if your guy doesn't want to be in America and doesn't want to practice?
Okay. I don't know. I'm not on that boat with you saying that Jokic is not a leader on that team.
I'm talking about from dudes in the league. You can't be led by somebody that's not here. It doesn't work. That's not leadership. Y'all do what you do. You figure it out. I'm going to come to camp. I'm not going to be in shape, right? I'm certainly, you're not going to know what kind of shape I'm in. I'm not going to be the physical standard. I'm certainly not going to be the playbook standard. I'm not going to be the film study standard because, quite frankly, I'm not here. I'm hanging out. I'm hunting and partying with my brothers.
But there's other guys that they'll go back in the States, but they're not just sitting around the facility. They're doing their own thing in the summer.
Somebody has to lead you.
Yeah.
You have to be led. That's the first thing a coach will tell you. This team is going to be led. Y'all can decide who's going to lead it, or I will. But somebody has to do it. And it's the people who are in the facility. So when free agents come through, when rookies come through, when when folks who are at other places, who's going to recruit to Denver? Who's going to recruit players to Denver? Players that are good enough to help them be back to the world championship version of the Denver Nuggets. Who's going to do that?
Well, I thought Jokic didn't even get in Russell Westbrook. That was part of the deal.
No, sir. No, sir.
This is a tough one for me because, like, I get what you're saying, but you got a guy who's dropping 20 plus assists pretty consistently, being the main focus on offense, and everyone's feasting off of his play, and it works great.
How'd that work out for you last year? The last 2 years?
You won a championship with him, and you lost to the defending champion.
How long ago did you win the championship?
Was it 3 years ago?
And then what happened?
You've run into the playoffs and you've fallen short.
Do you have the same roster, or did guys leave?
You've keep role players like KCP, guys like that have left, but the main core is still there.
And who's leading them?
Jokic.
No, you cannot. I listen. As a coach, I can tell you, if I'm holding off season, the NBA is a full-time 12 months a year job.
I mean, who would be the leader on that team then for you?
If Aaron Gordon is the guy that's recruiting people and at the gym, rehabbing, getting better, talking to coaches, doing all the fan engagement in the offseason, dealing with all the season ticket holders, dealing with all the sponsors who write those big checks, who don't want to be forgotten in the offseason. Again, if you're doing all that and your best player is not there, who do you think the camps are being run by? Tell me the last time you saw anything about Joker's camp. Tell me you've seen anything about his social work in the space. Tell me that is he an ambassador for the NBA?
I guess that's where the disconnect is.
Is he
being an ambassador for the league?
Is a part of leadership. It's a part of lead. That's why Jerry West was the logo. He was the ambassador for it. He was the all shucks West Virginian who got the middle of the country to buy into the sport at a level they had not done. That's what's required of it. Magic and Bird. That's why they are who they are. You cannot claim to be the best. You can be the best player.
I know, but I mean,
you cannot lead the league if you are not a part of the league except for in the season.
Okay. He's going to end up being he's top 10 for sure.
Top 10 what?
Player when he's done.
According to what? What?
I mean,
really?
We can go. What he's doing is unreal.
No, it's not unreal. It's been done. It's been done 50 times before. He's not having Bird's career. He's not having Magic's career, Oscar Robertson's triple-double career in a time when nobody was triple-doubling. He's not having Kareem's year. He's not having Wilt's year. He's not having Russell's 13 titles.
He's having Jokic's
He's not having
year.
He's not having Jordan's year. He's not having Pippen's career.
If he gets 1 or 2 more rings, he's gonna be in that conversation.
Who said he's gonna get 1 or 2 more?
I think he's got a good chance to get 1 or 2 more.
If he retired next year, nobody in the NBA would be surprised by it. He said openly, I don't love it that much.
But would you be that surprised if he won another ring?
Yes, because he doesn't care about it.
This is where for a guy like him, we've seen parts of it, but Jokic's game is unique to the game in itself, the same way a lot of the greats you just mentioned. Find a player that plays the same way that Jokic does.
Why would you want somebody to play the way Jokic does?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's playing the game in a mold. I mean, if you could play a game where you're getting
you mean like
unreal
like
stats.
Tim Duncan? Is that what you're talking about?
No, because Tim Duncan played the game in a different way. And it was great in Tim Duncan.
He was the great facilitator and
Mr. Fundamental.
Right. So here's my point. Long before Jokic, there were other guys who did what Jokic does. And there is a whole line of players in their NBA careers who didn't care enough to maintain that level of play. That is part of human nature, that when somebody identifies that they just, quite frankly, I don't love it that way. People's issue with Charles Barkley was that he said, I'm not your role model. I should not be your kid's role model. That was the identifier and the difference between Barkley and his talent level and Jordan and his. Because he said, I can't be your kid's role model. I shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he let you know, because when I go home and you come and get in my face, first of all, I'm going to enjoy myself. And if you come up to me when I'm not playing basketball, I'm a different guy. Well, that was the explanation. It was that Jordan outworked everybody else. Magic
that makes sense.
Magic and Bird spent more time in the gym than Jokic. There are players now who spend more time in the gym, more time working on the craft. And Luka had the very same discussion. That, quite frankly, until you show that you love this game of basketball and you're going to be a professional about how you prepare for it, not about how you play it, but how you prepare for it. Are you willing to change your body? Like, that's one of the full disclaimers for greatness. Are you willing to change your body to get better in the space that you're in? Giannis, I have to change my body.
Mm-hmm.
Wembanyama, I have to change my body. Durant, I have to change my body. Jordan, I have to change my game. I got to learn to shoot jumper. I got to do different things. I got to excel defensively. That's an identifier. And as a coach and as a player, you can make, as an exec, if let's say I'm courting my next big corporate sponsor for my arena, if I'm the owner,
mm-hmm.
and I've got them on the line, and I say to you, a big part of this, of the name title sponsorship, is your relationship with this team and its best player. Because billboards are required, public speaking engagements are required. We need for you to come and speak to their corporation. As a matter of fact, I need for you to go to several of their plants, wherever they are in the area and in the country. Then I need for you to speak to kids in this community and the neighboring communities, so that those communities feel those kids have you as an icon and they have you as a hero, and they have to get to know you. They have to get to know you. And I'm telling you, sitting in working those are the calls I get about the good people who are doing things off the floor. That tells you, and then you walk into the gym and you see them that, they're going to run a camp for 500 kids over the course of 3 days. But you know what they're going to do? The camp starts at 9. You know what time they're at the gym? 6 o'clock, because they're putting in their 2 hours work before these kids come in. And then when the kids leave at 4 o'clock, they're there for another 2 hours putting in work. That's what great players, the best 10 players in the history of basketball, that's what they do. That's the difference. The same thing applies for baseball. The same thing applies for football. You cannot run away from your work ethic. You can't. It doesn't. Luke can tell you, I had to change my body.
I know.
Right, because it shows up. Why? Because his body breaks down in the critical moments.
I get what you're saying. I do. But and on the community part, obviously the guy who's foreign and is going to be going back home over the course of the offseason, a leader in your community, no. But that I'm just struggling with, who's the best player on the Nuggets, knowing that that's not the only qualifier for being a leader.
That's 100% what we're talking about, that you could be the best player. There are tons of best players who
but
are
you would
not,
say Jokic is
who
just
are
the
not
best
the
player,
leaders
but not
on the
the
team.
leader, right?
The difference,
on just the Nuggets.
The difference between the GOATs, the absolute GOATs. Nobody outworked Kobe on the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm not talking just the Nuggets, though.
Shaq was a better player. Nobody outworked Kobe.
Yeah, that's the allure of him and Michael Jordan and Kobe and even LeBron James.
Let's go through it. On every team that Vince Carter was on, he was the team leader. You know why? He outworked everybody, and it didn't matter what team he was on. As a matter of fact, he got mad at people when they wouldn't work as hard as he did. You know what made Akeem Olajuwon the best player, even with Ralph Sampson on the floor with him with more physical talent, was that Akeem Olajuwon took care of his body. He was disciplined. He was respectful and responsible. He led that team. He had to. And then when they needed for him to be the best player, he was the best player. So much so that they got rid of a 7'4" all-star in Ralph Sampson because they could. Tim Duncan outworked it. Now, was he David Robinson working? No. That was David Robinson's team until he retired. Mm-hmm. And then Duncan figured out, because Robert Horry told him, listen, it is time for you to put childish stuff down. You need to lead us, bruh, because we're used to playing at a certain level. And they had to. Bruce Bones will tell you, look, man, the number of days that he and Tim Duncan fought over the fact of how hard they were working or not working at practice. That was the simple deal. And people had to understand that. You can like Joker and you can respect Joker, but
okay, but what does it say when when they obviously fire Malone, and then Jokic is the guy on the bench who's constantly talking to the team, coaching the team. He's the guy speaking to them on how they should be operating.
Leadership is not it. That's not necessarily in-game conversation, because quite frankly, he's trying to tell them what he sees and what he shares. But the work's already done at that point. The work is already done. Are you in shape enough to run the floor, to be the person with the best cardio, the best strength, all those things? And yes, to say he's a multiple-time MVP, that is true. There were 3-year stretch where he was the best player in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
He's not now.
You give it to SGA.
He's
until
not.
Someone beats him.
And what does SGA do that nobody else in basketball does at his level? Work.
Yeah, I won't take that away.
Is Joker outworking Wembanyama, changing his body and changing his mind and changing his disciplines? Is he outworking Giannis? Does it look like he outworks Giannis? Does it look like he outworks Giannis? And the looks don't lie. The looks don't lie. Tell me that Joker outworked Luka in the offseason.
If in the working out, no. I couldn't tell you how you get that good at basketball, though, just out of luck. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what we're talking about.
But you don't get 50, 20, 20 out of luck.
He's not a 50, 20, 20 guy.
No, but he's got some, I can just pull up his numbers this year and some of his averages, but you don't get those numbers just by being lucky and not working, is where I have a hard time.
No, he's
taking it away from it.
No, he's a talented basketball player, but that doesn't mean you work hard. What should he be getting is the question. Is he maximizing his talent? Is he maximizing his time on the floor? Is he maximizing his years with the current years? Is he maximizing the last 2 years? Was he at his best? No. He's a second team all NBA player. And it makes sense that if you wanted to build your roster around Joker, I'm not gonna debate that. But I just think there's a bunch of guys that I would take before him.
Like who? Victor?
No, no. I'm not a member. I'm not Hoster Breezy.
Okay.
I'm not that dude.
Okay.
Like, I'm not the dude you normally talk to when it comes about building teams. Having actually built professional basketball teams, I can tell you that there's more to it. There are more coach killers who are stat fillers than guys who are team and leader guys. I will take 5 lesser talented leaders than to take the 5 best players with the most talent and a lower work ethic. I'll kick their tail all the time. I've done it. I've told you hundreds of times, I've never had the best players in a league. That wasn't the way we won games. Because I knew there were things that, whatever their flaw was, whatever their leak was, whatever the thing that they weren't working on, I was going to take advantage of. And my guys listened. And my guys put in the work. We were a track team in basketball shoes. And I could ask them to defend longer and for greater stretches against better players because they were in better shape than the players they were playing against. Every day, every year. Every day, every year. Next time Hoster Breezy calls in, you ask him.
This segment feels too much like the Breeze.
You ask him. No, you ask him why he didn't want his teams, his older teams, to face my younger team.
I'll also ask him who's the leader on the Denver Nuggets, Aaron Gordon or Jokic. I get everything you're saying.
Ask him.
But the guy who's, and I did pull. I mean, you can make the argument the last 2 years maybe he should have done more, right? And he wasn't in the best shape. But I mean, you're averaging 28 points a game.
Was Embiid the leader on the Sixers?
Joel Embiid. I mean, when he's healthy, sure.
Was he the leader?
No, I don't know. Yeah,
no. That's my point.
But he literally couldn't be in the game whatsoever. He was just hurt all the time.
Was Karl Anthony Towns the leader of the New York Knicks?
It was Anthony Edwards.
Right?
But would you say
was he the leader with the Knicks?
No, but who?
Or was it Brunson?
It was Brunson, but who would you say is the better player?
Brunson.
Exactly.
He leads them. He puts in the work. He's in the gym. He's in film study. He's in the community. He's at camps. He's at coaches' clinics. He's everywhere. You can't find Cat at those places. You cannot find him. That's why he's not the best player. That's people's problem with him. If I'm 7 foot tall and I can shoot and I can block shots, I should be the best player on every team I'm on.
But then you deliver by shooting 41% to end the year and averaging a triple-double.
And you still weren't the best player or the leader on your team.
This feels too much like the Breeze. I can get you with the top 10 stuff. It's like, fair enough. The story's not done yet. If we'd want to put him there and that's this, sure. I can have him not being the leader on the Nuggets is where I'm just, I can't process that.
Do you know what define leadership then? Define leadership. What is leadership in basketball? What is it?
Leadership in basketball is the guy you trust the most with the ball in his hands.
That's not leadership. That's not leadership. That's not leadership.
I mean, there's types of leaders, right?
Harrison, what I would like for you to do is to put together a basketball team and then find out who your leader would be.
DP, well, leadership here at the Ticket. What would be the number one thing that you would want if I'm going to be here by myself? To be a guy that you trust with the station in your hands.
To outwork everybody.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
That's where trust happens.
All right. Well,
yeah.
We're at a standoff right
that
now.
Part. That's not a standoff. That's game, set, match.
No.
That's game, set, match.
I'm going to sit on
that is
I'm
game,
sit
set,
on
match.
Jokic being
That is
triple
game,
doubles.
set, match. That is game, set, match. And we can go to break.
All right. Don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, you need to know about Green Eye Spot Spray. With Green Eye, we replace your existing spray boom with a brand new aluminum boom equipped with camera technology that identifies and sprays only weeds and not your crop. The boom comes with 2 spray lines so you can still broadcast residual herbicide while you're spot spraying weeds that are up. Green Eye users in Nebraska are saving a ton of money on herbicides, but that's just the beginning. Learn more at BoydFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Are you tired of living in pain? At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, they make it simple. From head to toe, spine to extremities, they've got you covered. Their multi-specialty team of experts in orthopedic surgery, plastic surgery, podiatry, physical therapy, and occupational therapy all work under one roof to get you back to living life pain-free. Don't wait another day. Visit prairie-ortho.com today or call them at 402-489-4700. Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Stonebrook Exterior is your trusted partner in exterior solutions for both residential and commercial projects across Lincoln and Omaha. With over 2 decades of expertise, they deliver everything your building needs, all under one roof. From roofing and siding to gutters, wall systems, custom masonry, and metalwork, Stonebrook handles it all with precision, safety, and professionalism. Take the worry out of your exterior projects. Choose Stonebrook Exterior, where quality, safety, and service come together seamlessly. Visit StonebrookExterior.com or call 402-438-5559 to get your free quote today. Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Salt Mine City is your go-to brewery in the Haymarket for craft beers and great food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their Big Fatty 7-ounce hamburger or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. And don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 11 a.m. Friday through Sunday at 8th and R.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arons and Derek Pearson.
You are hilarious.
I'll be here.
So now the question is centers, right?
Yeah.
Centers who are better.
I'm gonna buy a Jokic jersey after tonight.
Knock your socks off. Knock your socks off. If you asked if he was in the top 10 centers,
I think he's probably just outside or just in right now. Because you can Shaq's above him. Tim Duncan's still above him. You're going to put in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar above him.
He may, let's see. Is he better than Ben Wallace?
How long did Ben Wallace play for?
Ben Wallace played 17 years.
17 years? That's
Defensive Player of the Year. You cannot.
Yeah, you can't. I don't want to do that. Ben Wallace
is he better? Is he better than Embiid?
Yes, he's better than Embiid. Jokic is better than Embiid.
He is now.
He has even when Embiid won the MVP, Jokic was better. That was Jokic wasn't playing because they had it locked up and they were putting him on skates. And then they had a bunch of Embiid games. Jokic had better stats in every single category than Embiid won.
Stats. Listen.
And is also the key point of the game. The offense literally runs through Jokic. That's how do you think he ends up with 20 plus assists a game? It runs through him.
He did. Okay, so stop saying it because he never did. He never averaged.
No, okay,
20.
he didn't average 26.
Okay, so you can't say stop that.
Okay,
you can't do that.
That's just misspeaking. I don't mean to say average, but his assists, he averaged 11.3 last year. He averaged 10.2. Then he averaged 9, and then he averaged 10, and then he averaged 8, 7, and then it goes down as we get lower. The lowest was the rookie year at 2.4, and then 4, and then he was 7 every year after.
Okay, so
and then the last 2, 10 plus.
Was he better than Bill Walton? No.
I don't want to say
no.
no.
Bill Walton was the most. There was the run where Bill Walton was the most complete center in basketball.
So what is Jokic right now then? If he's shooting the three, if he's
Joker never defended. Bill Walton shut down the best offenses in the NBA by him. Like, quite frankly,
So
he was the hub and the core. You want to talk about leadership in that space? Bill Walton led the Portland Trail Blazers to that level of greatness by showing them how to do this, by showing them, being an example of what this is. The centers that we're talking about, at some point, it's not just about stat. Did they show that in every facet of the game? Because people don't even talk about how good defensively Shaq was. What an absolute force he was. You just didn't come down the paint. He just took it over.
Yeah.
You didn't do it.
They had to change the rules.
Moses Malone literally changed the way that they were doing rebounding stats because he was just out there playing patty cake with himself.
Okay.
In a land of
Bill
space.
Walton in there,
Bill Russell, Elijah Wan,
Yeah, they're above.
George Mikan is the standard for big men. So before you do that, Bob McAdoo was quite frankly as good a scorer as that, but he simply conceded things because his teams required and needed for him to do that. But you talk about skilled big man at 6'11", who could run the floor and run the offense. Yeah, they don't talk about Bob McAdoo because the people who are making these Joker stats don't know basketball. If you never watch these guys, I would say I'm old enough to have actually watched them in their prime, including Joker. So then it becomes, was he Bill Walton good? Was he Patrick Ewing good?
I wouldn't put him at the Ewing level.
Right?
Yet.
He's not Kareem good.
No.
David Robinson. No.
No, the story's not written
No.
yet. Not yet.
No. Dwight Howard. Superman.
No, not Orlando Prime. Dwight, not yet.
Right? So
because that's
Yao Ming. No, sir.
Yao Ming.
No, sir.
So this is the problem with comparing these eras because Jokic has and just be honest, give me the centers that have had his passing ability, and I'm sure there are some.
Most people we're talking about were complete passers. Most of the people we're talking about. Wes Unseld is the best passing center of all time in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Literally changed the outlet pass into an art form.
Now the 3-point shooting's not fair, but you got a guy shooting 40%.
Well, but because
near
culturally,
40%.
there's a whole era of basketball where the 3-point shots were not allowed.
And that's why I'll cut you grief there because that's an unfair stat. You can't hold that against the guys in the past.
It's not a matter of that. Why would I? I'm a member of the club that if I have a 7-footer, why do I want him shooting threes? I got a bunch of little dudes that can shoot threes and shoot there at a higher efficiency. Right?
Pull the big guy out.
To do what?
Open enough for the little guys to cut.
Do I want my little guys cutters or do I want them shooting threes? That you were just talking about the importance and priority.
I want
focus
versatile
of shooting three.
Versatile. If you're, why is Rink Mass valuable in Nebraska basketball?
Let me say that John Stockton and Karl Malone changed the way bigs and littles played together because they used the entire floor.
Yeah. That's why Stockton's got that assist.
The problem with having a 6 foot, but can you name the centers from those Utah Jazz teams? That's how not important they were. That's how you can't name them. That's how not important having a big man pull the big man away from center is. Their big man was a non-factor.
But then, why is Rink Mass, his ability to shoot the 3 ball, why is it something we are so fond? Well, maybe you don't overhype it. But
What has it done for you?
It's led to some really great high-low action, especially
wins. Winning. Critical, important games. Having your 7-footer shoot.
When we
shoot
beat
threes.
When we beat Purdue, he was yanking Zach Edey. You got one of the best rim protectors. You yank him out of the paint because Rink Mass was lighting up.
Where's Edey now?
In the NBA.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't affect him.
No, but Nebraska won the game, is what I'm saying.
They won a game. Did they win something important?
No, but
did they win a meaningful game in the tournament?
No.
Take your victory. Take your victory. Who had a better year that year?
So are all these
Rink Mass or Zach Edey? Who had a better year?
So should centers just not shoot threes?
Here's my thing. Shoot him if you want.
There's a balance to it.
Shoot him if you want. But
Carl Anthony Towns, for instance, to me sometimes is too much on the perimeter.
tell
but if
me,
he's feeling it,
name Duke's best shooting center, 3-point shooting center. Yeah,
yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Name the last All-American great shooting center in college basketball.
Recent.
I'll take one.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. Don't let fandom and fantasy sports and stat sheet fillers.
But
get Andre Kirilenko was a great big. You have to understand that Dirk wasn't really the center on those teams. He was a power forward.
Yeah.
The center so didn't matter that Cherokee Parks could be parked on the bench for 36 minutes a game, and they didn't care. They didn't care.
Okay, but when
tell me Bulls best center.
Win-
Tell me during the entire Michael Jordan era, who was the Bulls best center? Yeah, exactly. Dominated the league without all those rings for Dwight Howard. No, didn't happen. All those rings for Charles. Nope, didn't happen. Akeem Olajuwon got his too when Jordan was playing baseball. Patrick Ewing, one of the great 10 centers ever, got no titles. You know why? Because they made him irrelevant. They made him irrelevant. There's no value in that. I understand the beauty, the aesthetic beauty of having bigs that can shoot. But Wilt Chamberlain built an entire legacy of not shooting threes.
It's to me, if it's a part of your game, it's not just that he shoots threes, it's that he's got an inside game, an outside game. And then if you want to talk about his defense, he's middle of the pack there. And that's the biggest slight you can probably put on Jokic's game. He's an average rim defender. And he's got some of the most unreal shooting splits you'll see at that size.
Again, I'm not a Jokic.
It's not a stat guy, right? But
I'm not a Jokic hater. But if you're going to call him one of the 10 great at anything historically, maybe he's in the top 10 best shooting big men. But what does that really mean for you? Because Dirk realized that the threes didn't matter as much as his free throw jumpers.
Mm-hmm.
The step back free throw jumper was his ace. Duncan figured out, okay, well, quite frankly, I don't need to shoot threes. He had range. He just didn't do it. Why? Popovich would have sat him down on the bench and said, what are you doing? Joker won a title playing that way, and it worked because the system needed it. It actually required it to recalibrate. But since then, what's it doing for Wembanyama? What's it doing for Giannis? No, they realized
Giannis doesn't shoot threes. What
was the long game and the longevity to Embiid? No, get your 7-foot tail down the box and do some real work. Because that allows all the rest of your players to play well.
Mm-hmm.
It worked for 2 really good years in Denver. 2 really good years. But the league caught up and figured out that nobody else on this team can beat us doing what Joker does. Joker, do yours. Get all the stats in the world. Enjoy yourself from start of season to end of regular season. But when it comes crunch time, and you gotta defend too, and I'm gonna slow those possessions down so Joker ain't so willing to give the ball to his buddy, because quite frankly, he don't trust him like that. And they don't trust him. And you can take all the shots you want and all that spacing. Cool, I get it. But it's tough now for them to play this game because he's not the only 7-footer who plays that sort of game, and he's not the best 7-footer that plays that sort of game. There's a bunch of dudes who are more athletic than he is at 7 foot who can pass, run the floor, shoot the long-range jumper, shoot the mid-range jumper, and then get on the box and do work.
Right now?
Right now. Who had the better season last year? Him or Cat?
Jokic.
Who played later?
I mean, if it's all about how far you made it into the playoffs.
That's what we're talking about in greatness, aren't we?
So LeBron James was worse than everyone who made it to the playoffs.
LeBron
past
James
him.
and his ability to affect the game, he will tell you that the end result to his season tells way more than the stats he put up during the course of the season.
All right.
His off-season work was gauged based strictly on the result. That's the thing that drove him all off-season. That's what greatness does, is you take the sacrifices and the misses and the losses and the flaws, and that's what drives you in off-season. But if you don't improve the thing that you're not good at, now Luka said, I need to be in better shape, man. I can't ever go into a postseason in that kind of shape again because I couldn't defend. I couldn't help my team. What did Joker do in the offseason? Did he come in? His body change? Does it look like he put more time in the gym, more effort into his diet, more effort into changing his body type? Does he look stronger at the lower body? Does his core look more engaged? No, because he did what Joker does in the offseason. And that's fine for him being where he is and doing what he's doing. But if the Denver Nuggets were to win the NBA title, it was going to require that their best player become their leader and change the way he did business all the way up to training camp. That's what was required. That was the only thing that was going to make the thing work. It didn't happen. So guess what happens? The same thing. We were talking about Devin Booker. If he's not going to go work on the things that were a deficit, doesn't matter.
Okay, but now it's not just Devin Booker. It's multiple guys. And now for Jokic.
And it's a bunch of dudes in the league that, quite frankly, don't put in the work.
And does that fall on the one leader on the team? Is that where we're coming full circle there? Because we got to go to break. And you're saying that falls on the leader.
That's for every team that has a leader. Yeah, that falls on the leader.
Okay.
The work ethic of the work ethic of the Nebraska basketball team is based on the leader work. And if you're the best player and you're being outworked by Sam Hoiberg, okay, that's the statement. If you're on the football team and you're an offensive lineman and you're being outworked by Dylan Raiola, what are we saying about the team?
Not good things.
Just asking.
All right. I get the rationale. DP. Don't go anywhere. Late Night in Lincoln, DP Harrison Arns.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
The Kindler Hotel in downtown Lincoln is a boutique hotel experience unlike any other in the area. Their 45 well-appointed rooms take inspiration from the history of Lincoln. Their double queen rooms are great for guests traveling with family, and the suites are great for a business trip or romantic getaway. No trip to the Kindler is complete without a handcrafted cocktail from Boitano's Lounge on the main floor, with comfortable seating options both inside and on the outside patio. Book your room today at thekindlerhotel.com in Lincoln at 11th and P.
So are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SauterHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hello, Husker fans. Stop into Zollner Ford of Beatrice for all your automotive needs. Whether new or used, car, truck, crossover, SUV, or EV, we've got them. Shop our ever-changing specials at ZollnerofBeatrice.com or give us a call today and go Big Red. We are Zollner Ford of Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at HamiltonIsBusiness.com.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription, or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arons and Derek Pearson.
Welcome back. Final segment for hour one. And yeah, it's an interesting question because Harrison Arons and I are discussing about leadership and that. But for the folks that are out there, I would ask who is the leader. One, who's going to, is Emmett now the offensive leader?
I think so.
Right?
I mean, he put in the work, clearly, just based on the results. And you can talk about guys, how being out there open to the media and being around the community. Him and Dylan Raiola were both kind of the community guys.
I think it's who is the defensive leader?
Singleton,
right?
Yeah, I think so. He's been here. He's put in the work.
Right? That sometimes that would play. And then it is the women's program. I would imagine that it is Brett Prince's team, but I would still imagine that Colin Hake is still the leader.
That is exactly where I would go. Right? I think it's kind of like a passing of the torch and pause.
Yeah, we're less production. She's not going to be asked to produce at that level each night, but she will ask to lead at that level each night for Amy Williams and this Husker team. And then for the men, we'll dance that dance throughout the course of the year, but I'm not real sure that we're going to find an answer in any quick form.
Well, the funny part is, I think, what was it last year? We were 7 games in with a different score leader every game.
Figure it out, man.
Yeah, so it feels like we might be up in that again because it was Frager with 22 versus West Georgia, whichever one had on their bingo card, I'm sure.
Man, that's going to be crazy. So here's my question for you to ponder. Harrison Arons, I need the best uniform in college football.
I like this one. You want it now, or do you want?
No, we're going to go to break.
Okay,
right? But the 11 o'clock hour, best uniform in college football.
All right. We'll see if we can avoid another.
Oh, wait. Are you kidding me?
Don't go anywhere. Late night in Lincoln.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyd Farm Outfitters. Farmers, you need to know about Green Eye Spot Spray. With Green Eye, we replace your existing spray boom with a brand new aluminum boom equipped with camera technology that identifies and sprays only weeds and not your crop. The boom comes with 2 spray lines so you can still broadcast residual herbicide while you're spot spraying weeds that are up. Green Eye users in Nebraska are saving a ton of money on herbicides, but that's just the beginning. Learn more at BoydFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about Certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Tune in this Friday as Early Break with myself, Steve Sipple, and Bill Bush broadcast from the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar ahead of the air show this weekend. You won't want to miss this one. That's this Friday for Early Break from 6 to 8 a.m. at the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar.
Nebraska farmers, harvest is here and every gallon counts. That's why Sapp Brothers Petroleum launched the Go Big Red Fuel Giveaway. When you contract your fuel with Sapp Brothers, enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. As Husker Country knows, the only thing stronger than the roar at Memorial Stadium is the drive of a farmer putting food on the table. Fuel your farm with Sapp Brothers Petroleum and enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. Visit sapbros.net today. Sapp Brothers Petroleum, fueling the heartland. Go Big Red.
It's been a busy day in sports. A lot has happened while you were up to your eyeballs in work. Catch up on what went down in Nebraska athletics, college sports, and your favorite pro sports leagues. This is Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket, sponsored by Canopy Street Market. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arons and Derek Pearson.
It is 11:04 on a Tuesday night. Some NBA action crossing the streams and some numbers, and I will not bring up the Denver Nuggets anymore tonight.
It's all right. We can put a pin on it. I talked about Jokic too much.
The Golden State Warriors lead 107-88 over the Phoenix Suns. Clippers and Thunder got it underway. The Thunder have not taken a loss this year, but they're trailing by 5 in the second quarter, 48-43 against James Harden and the Clippers. The Bucks fall to the Raptors in Toronto, 128-100. Giannis put up 22, but Scotty Barnes from Fairfax, Virginia, leading the way for the Raptors. Attaboy, Scotty. Lake Braddock Bruins. The Lake Braddock Bruins, Scotty.
Man, shout out my Bulls too. That was a crazy comeback.
Great win, 113-111. Giddy getting it done.
They're 6-1. They outscored the Philadelphia 76ers 16-29 in the fourth quarter win by 2.
That is necessary. Good work. Good work, kind of stuff. So I'm going to go through because we were during the break. Blue Eyed Soul. So
you're playing some great music.
Are you familiar with the term?
Blue Eyed Soul? No.
White boys that can sing.
Oh, that makes sense.
White boys that can sing. And there's certain niches. There's some iconic folks. There are white guys who actually just sing soul.
I'm like 2/3 of the way there.
Right? That just sing soul.
Sing.
Right? Yeah, that part. Right? Right? I mean, there are white guys who just sing, like Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah. But Adam Devine? How
Adam Devine, yeah.
Would that be a soul? Would that be considered
He's close.
Yeah. Okay.
John Mayer is close.
Okay, so they're like the gray area.
They're gray. They're
with
not
a little pop, a little soul.
Right. The guys that cross the line, Hall & Oates, are in the Hall of Fame for Blue Eyed Soul. Edwin McCain, I'll Be. Of course, he sang with Darius Rucker. Solitude.
Coldplay?
No. Coldplay.
What is Coldplay?
No, it's Coldplay. It's Coldplay.
Good answer.
It just is. It just is. Simply Red. Mick Hucknall.
Okay.
A redhead, the redhead from Simply Red. Oh, Harrison.
I can't know everything of the past.
Oh, Harrison. I'm going to give you a few, right? Just so you understand. But Mick Hucknall was as good. I have to say that. Yeah, he was very good. The guys from Tears for Fears.
Say it one more time.
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears. Both of those guys can sing. They fall in that category. Shout.
Okay.
Everyone wants to rule the world. Simply Red, Mick Hucknall, Holding Back the Tears. Very good. He falls in line with that. John B. There are a couple of old-fashioned white dudes who really put some soul together.
So does it apply to country? Like would Johnny Cash hit? Or no, is it not country applied?
Well, okay, so let me give you a little family secret.
Okay.
You ready for this? And it'll upset some folks when I say this. Johnny Cash may have genetically been closer to the line than thought.
Oh, really?
Johnny Cash had some melanin.
Okay.
He has a melanin quota. He's reached the minimum requirement of melanin in his family's DNA. He could pass.
guys can't claim him. Come on, we
Don't have to claim him. He is.
Yeah, I'm just
he is. Yeah,
I don't give a damn. I'm still going to listen to it.
He just
It's not
is.
gonna change
Well,
anything.
but there's a lot of folks. I mean, Bob Dylan. There are folks who and Johnny Cash actually married a black woman and took some real heat for it.
Yeah, that era.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. There were a bunch of folks who fell in line. David Bowie falls in the Blue-Eyed Soul.
Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely. Folks that found their way on the Soul Train. Elton John had a little blue-eyed soul to him.
Would the Beatles be part of that?
Beatles, absolutely,
Yeah.
because the Beatles wouldn't be the Beatles without their time with Little Richard and James Brown. So
okay, I got
Blue-Eyed
the
Soul-
demographic down.
Yeah,
there.
Blue-Eyed Soul has its thing. Okay, and I'll find some more for you, of course, of the course of the break. But we were talking about best uniforms in college football. Best uniforms in college football. So what's the standard? What are we setting? What are the rules of engagement? Should it be traditional? Could it have changed over the years? Is it iconic? Is
I
the
was
helmet?
thinking
Does it
modern.
have to be a helmet program, like one that as
To me,
a
the
part of
helmet
the
matters
uniform?
a lot. Yeah, when I'm thinking of the uniform, that I'm all together, but the helmet always plays a major role, and I do factor in tradition. So those iconic helmets do mean more.
Okay.
And I'm just thinking of like the modern uniforms. I wasn't thinking we can maybe throw in alternates in older uniforms, but I was thinking the modern ones right now, and I do value tradition.
Here's where bias is in play. That the older uniforms, to me, I love tearaway jerseys.
Well, a lot of the older jerseys were cooler.
I
but
love
you're gonna
mesh jerseys.
cook me in that.
I love mesh jerseys, tearaway jerseys, the old flapping Oklahoma, Nebraska jerseys, those games where the jerseys would just rip off because nobody cared. Right. And you're running down to Jerry Taggy running down the field with, you can't even tell his number or his name.
But you know by the stride.
Right. So that's there. But if the helmets matter, and do the helmets matter to you?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So what if we said we give 3 points to pants, 3 points to jersey, 4 points to helmet?
How many were you giving to pants? 2? 3 to, and then
3 because some uniforms, the pants matter.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, just ask Husker fans that when they see certain colors, they lose.
Even when Dylan Raio's stripes are wider. Why are Dylan Raio's stripes wider on his pants?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
So what's the best Husker uniform ever?
The best Husker uniform ever is just the classic.
Give me an era though.
I mean, just today's era right now. I don't mind it with the stripes. So 2 stripes, and then you got the 2 stripes down the pants, and then you got the classic and red stripe down the middle.
Really?
I mean, you were thinking the mesh jerseys in the scoring explosion era.
Those were hot. Those were so good.
Those were good.
Those look fun. Those look like trendsetters.
I know.
Those look like, the midriffs open, even Stein coolers. Remington's out there in a midriff and just putting in work.
It's a different game now. You see the
Yeah, but I like that game more, quite frankly.
Yeah, I listen. If we're gonna talk about the old jerseys, you can throw the ones out that stick out.
Johnny the Jet Rogers in that uniform, that is fire.
The mesh, they're fire. Don't get me wrong. I got no problems with that. I never got to see them live. Those difference. I can look at pictures, grainy stuff.
It's not grainy to see the punt return. You see it clearly.
It's pretty grainy. I mean, you get used to 4K.
Jeez.
Look at all 10 pixels.
We're crying out loud.
I think it's 720 at best.
Oh, bruh. You are such a disappointment. How did I not teach you better? How did I not teach you better?
You were gonna break me. I was just nodding my head. Nodding my head all along to get my job.
So give me let's start with the pants that matter. Is there any uniform where the pants matter?
Tar Heels sticks out because they got the check going down the side, and that always looks clean with it.
Okay.
I mean,
colors matter.
Yeah. I mean, Florida State, when they had the gold pants, was kind of like that was popped out a lot more.
Dion.
Yeah. Like that sticks out.
Dion era, but also mesh midriff. But anyway, keep it.
The color codes were cooler.
Right, keep it moving, right?
Iconic pants.
SMU.
Oh yeah, SMU. That's a great one.
The Pony Express.
Uh-huh.
That was kind of fire. Jerseys.
I mean, obviously Huskers are great, but Oregon's got pretty sick colors. I'm not
Which
just,
one?
None of the alternates. Just the Oregon's probably
White or green?
The white looks the best, I think. But if you go to the Marcus Mariota era where they were starting to bring out the alternates, but they had that green, I think that's fire.
Okay.
Actually, give me the one where they have the wings. Because that one they can break out and it's not too flashy.
That is my least favorite.
Really?
That is like I would base it on teams that like how I would want my teams to dress.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like, you put wings on, bro? Really?
Okay.
Really? Because you're gonna hit with those.
Yeah.
Those are violent.
And then fly away, I guess. I don't know.
That's weird.
You're also the Ducks. You might as well lean into
It's
it.
just-
What Duck is going to lay somebody out? You have fun with it. Also, if we're doing logos,
Yeah.
Oregon had an awesome logo. They used to have the mascot actually stepping through the O. If you go through the college logos, that's another segment. But there are some really good ones. The Northwestern, if you ever have time, look at Northwestern's OG logo. It's a Wildy the Wildcat. It's incredible. But other jerseys, while you Google that, Alabama does have a spot in there for me because of tradition. I put Alabama. Really?
Ugh.
Maybe it's just the tradition
Ick.
with those. Okay.
Ick.
You do-
So in their best logos, they don't have any of the bigs. The biggest program that has a great logo is the old Maryland Terrapin with the turtle up on the M with his fist up.
That's a great logo, though. The Terps is clean. Don't get me wrong on the side of the helmets, but I do miss the tortoise.
Somebody did a ranking, but they put the Purdue P on it. Not the train, not the Boilermaker train. which
I
is
think it
weird.
used to just be an actual Boilermaker guy at one point in time.
Yeah, that was a thing. Like we went through that. Like we didn't know what his name was.
I forgot what it was again, by the way.
I don't remember.
Mr. Boiler.
Mr. Maker.
Yeah,
we went through that.
I do got beef with the Big Ten, though.
Purdue Pete.
Purdue Pete. Yeah, of course it's Purdue Pete.
Purdue Pete. And I like the animated Purdue Pete, which is some of the Herbie issue because they've got him in different poses. So they've got one with him in the sledgehammer and a hard hat. They've got one of him with like a hammer and he's ready to fight with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the 70s Herbie-esque Purdue Pete with the huge head.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They have the 90s Purdue Pete that's a little more modern and kind of spooky, creepy.
Wait, the Big Ten is a common theme with the first and like second renditions. A lot of them are just creepy.
They have an old, just like Corn Man.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska's Corn Man. Purdue had Purdue Pete. They're like 30s and 40s Purdue Pete. Not a looker. Not an attractive man. Not a handsome man.
Have you found Northwesterns yet?
No.
Okay. I'll put that one on
I'm
the
stuck
screen.
on Purdue Pete. I'm just
Oh, wait till you see Wildy. Wildy looks like he's not all right. I got pulled up Wildy on the screen.
Hold
That
on.
used to be Northwestern's logo. It just looks like a sick cat with a football.
Yeah, he's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
He's is it Willie the Wildcat?
Oh, is it Willie?
It's Willie.
Okay, sorry, Willie.
It's Willie the Wildcat.
I just love it.
Willie the Wildcat.
Somehow.
So the basketball one is much more appealing than the football one. The football one looks like he was left out in the rain.
Okay. Yeah.
The basketball one is finely coiffed, well kept. And then you go back in time. Yeah, you have to go back to the original mascots.
Like the 50s is where it's fun.
Oh, boy.
And then we get to 2025, and it's like, we all good with a block letter? Yeah.
They just
Why
quit.
is that in the Big Ten?
They just quit. They just quit trying to be creative.
I never understood that because the SEC didn't do that.
So Yale's mascot back in the 70s, back in the 50s, Handsome Dan. That's actually his name.
Handsome Dan from Yale, the mascot.
Handsome Dan. And then and they've got some, these are spectacular. Rice's owl looks like the guy from the cartoons. The little kid, that little owl that used to sing like Al Jolson, and his parents got mad at him because they didn't want him to be a singer. That's exactly what Rice's look like. There's Purdue Pete. The Army Ram was an interesting selection. I don't even know what a Vaqueros, Vaqueros. Then they've got the Trojans, but they have them in blue. They have the Black Knights, but they have them on a black mule. BYU's Cougar looked way different than Cosmo Cougar. Today's Cosmo Cougar is very cool. Maybe the best dancer in all of college mascot athletics.
Okay.
He's that. Are you familiar with his story?
No, not the story.
Okay. So just pull up Cosmo Cougar dance. And let me tell you, you would think that it really threw some people for a loop to find out that BYU, there's a 1-minute video that comes up, and it's Cosmo the Cougar and the Cougarettes. And they debuted this on national TV. So folks went to Provo, Utah. And you think, okay, these Mormon folks aren't going to get it, but here comes the mascot. And Cosmo Cougar set it off.
I do remember this.
He set it off.
This wasn't that far back.
They set it off. And I was like, okay, Cosmo. Now, I knew two of the guys that were Cosmo Cougar back when I lived in Utah.
Two guys?
There were two guys that over the course of the 8 years.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I need to find because the best mascot in all of pro sports, the Utah Jazz Bear.
Yeah.
And he was legendary, and then he got fired under new ownership, which led some people to really just kind of boycott because he was kind of the John Cena of mascots, in that Make-A-Wish folks would send for him and request him, and he would go to children's hospitals all over the country and do this. And then he got sick. And as a matter of fact, it's a great reminder. I need to reach out to him because he wasn't doing well. I know they had done some fundraisers for him. But the Utah mascots now, Swoop.
Yep.
Swoop was very cool.
I'm a big fan of the Toronto Raptors one too.
Mhm.
The inflated one.
The gorilla for Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But the OG was the San Diego Chicken.
San Diego MV
Chicken. San Diego Chicken was the biggest thing in all sports. As a matter of fact, he would do a tour, and then they had to rebrand him, which was one of the top-rated TV shows of that year. Was that they rebranded him and they had him in an egg, and then he cracked open the egg and revealed his new version. Yeah,
I see the new version. I'm going to find the old one.
The old one
Yep, there's
used
the
to
old one.
harass baseball umpires, etc. And then he would party up. There was Morgana, the Kissing Bandit. Are you familiar with Morgana?
What era is this? I don't think I am.
Morgana, there's certain things in life you just have to. Morgana was a fan that would just jump over the fence and run onto the field and pursue a player or an umpire, and then proceed to hug him and kiss him. And then the player or the umpire would faint. And it would happen all over the country. It started out in certain areas in Los Angeles, but then it would go across the country. Morgana,
Weird.
the Kissing
Oh,
Bandit.
they just fainted. Oh, I'm looking at pictures and I'll let you guys figure that one out.
There was, but the chicken was the OG.
I like the great mascots on the chicken.
Bernie the Met.
Okay.
With the big huge head. And the Yankees fans didn't like it because they didn't have a mascot. It was just yelling angry New Yorkers.
That's Yankees tradition.
I'm trying to think who else had mascots. The Baltimore Colts had there's a cab driver, Wild Bill Hagee, who would yell at the opposing teams, and then he would start the Orioles chant, and he would just spell out ORIOLES, Orioles, and they would do that. Kind of, you know what? Wild Bill Hagee could, in fact, be Luke from the Mills' dad.
Really did look that similar.
Oh, just pull up Wild Bill Hagee, Hagy, and there's a he. I'm telling you, he could be Luke's dad. Like if we put his little hat on him, crazy, right?
I need to do a DNA test just to find out. That is uncanny,
right? I don't know why I pulled that up, but I was just thinking
looks
about
just like him.
Yeah, he did it for the Colts, and he did it. There's a couple of guys in the NFL. There was the Niners had a guy who wore nothing. No, it was the Broncos who had a guy that all he wore was like a barrel with suspenders.
Straps, suspenders on it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of mascots in the NFL. There was the Herbie. Who's the guy from the Cowboys? Howdy.
Yeah,
Howdy.
it's not Herbie. Yeah,
it's Howdy. And the iconic meme of Howdy with his head in his hands.
Yep.
Just sad.
You've posted that one a few times, and you've tagged Pete every time. I think you've posted
like it
that.
could be an entire chat.
Shout out to Pete Ferguson. I was looking at the text. He chimed in at 9 this morning about the Cowboys,
Right.
and then 9 p.m. tonight about the Cowboys.
Right.
With me and Rafa.
Right. We had that's funny. We had oh my goodness, what was the guy's name? I mean, in the NFL, so the Cowboys had another one. They had a black cowboy who whistled.
What was his name?
I don't remember. Whistling Ray, maybe? Whistling Ray.
That'd be a good name for
Whistling Ray. I don't know why I remember that, but I do.
Crazy Ray.
Yeah, Crazy Ray. Yeah. Yeah. And we had in DC, we had a redskin, a black redskin, and the two of them would get together so that, and culture steal. Now just think about it. That was pretty lame. He was very popular.
Yeah.
But it was kind of lame. We'll go to break. We'll get your 3 best college football uniforms when we come back.
Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC. Doing life together.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and glazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at grazandgouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska insider today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket. Every Saturday morning now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion, for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Do you want boots that actually feel good on your feet? Meindl delivers premium German-engineered comfort, brought to you right here from Nebraska. Built tough for trails, fields, and everyday wear, and backed by Meindl's Comfort Promise, so you can try them on with confidence. Use promo code THETICKET at MeindlUSA.com, spelled MEINDL, for free shipping. That's MeindlUSA.com. Meindl, comfort you have to feel to believe. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arons and Derek Pearson.
Introducing or reintroducing Harrison Arons to some blue-eyed, some really cool white dudes.
Refamiliarize myself
Edwin
with it, for
McCain,
sure.
Sister Hazel. I'm going to give him a little Craven Melon here in a minute. A little Mick Huddle from Simply Red.
Did you listen to rock at all? Like the classic rock? Or is that not really your stuff? Like my dad's a big AC/DC.
For those about to rock, I mean, Back in Black, Hell's Bells. What do you? Yeah.
Some of those. Yeah.
All of those.
I don't know which ones all of my dad listens
All of
to,
them. But well, here's the thing. Well, my favorite AC/DC song is Big Balls. One of the great drinking anthems ever. Dirty Deeds.
That was my defensive coordinator. Imagine my defensive coordinator would love that one.
I was bused early in life to predominantly white schools. So I had to, I mean, I don't think I was forced is not the word, but I had an advantage in that I knew R&B and soul. And then I wanted to learn classic, which is why I play concertcello and bass.
Yeah, I always forget that.
And then I wanted to, if you're going to hang out with the white kids, you got to learn their music.
And you're going to absorb it intentionally or unintentionally anyways.
It
You're
was
hanging around them.
a big part of it. So, but in my era and in your dad's era, we had two things that carried us and connected us. American Bandstand and Soul Train. Well, that's where every Saturday you got to hear the band, see the bands. Like, as a matter of fact, it was the first time you saw them because music videos didn't really exist like that.
Yeah.
And so that's how you got to know artists, was seeing them on these shows. And again, you're talking about 3 channels, so everybody saw everything. But I grew up in a house. I'm a Virginia kid, which in theory puts me in Dixie, below the Mason-Dixon line. So in my house, we also watched Lawrence Welk. We also watched the Osmonds. We also watched Tony Orlando and Dawn's Music Hour. We watched Hee Haw, which was a country show that had music artists on it. Minnie Pearl, Roy Clark, etc. They had a bunch of songs that people would come on, and you learned about a picking and a dancing.
I suppose that makes sense. Like back in the day, that was the first real opportunity for a lot of those bands to get some airtime.
Was to go on these shows.
Yeah.
Charlie Pride, who was also from Virginia, black country artist. My mother loved this guy by the name of Freddie Fender. And Freddie Fender was not typical. Very unique voice, very unique style of singing, Freddie Fender.
He's got a sick haircut.
Oh,
he's got the classic big, not like a fro, but it's like it's like a white guy fro.
Yeah.
And it's the big handlebar mustache.
Yeah. Freddie Fender.
He looks awesome.
Freddie Fender was big in our house. My mom loved looking at him. But he and Charlie Pride would play. Roy Clark, Johnny Cash was, of course, popular. So country kind of landed its way in. Conway Twitty, Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn was an Appalachian girl, so she certainly resonated with us. So I learned every kind of music. That was my social advantage. Was like, even now, I know music that most people don't. Like, I know your music. The likelihood that you know all of mine is minimal.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
There's I will probably know a white artist more than you will know a black artist. I will know more about a country artist than you'll know about like a hip hop artist, because that was society. That's just how it worked. And I was in those circles. So I was talking to somebody earlier today, and a big tour was announced with New Edition, the band New Edition. And some friends were talking about it. And to us, it is iconic. It's iconic. New Edition is going on tour. It's a big dang deal. It's a big, like, if you told me New Edition was going to perform at halftime Super Bowl, I'd be like,
let's go.
Perfect. They've got 25 hits. Let's go. And they were like, really? And I was like, oh, you don't know New Edition, and rattled off 20 hits. And then that was before we even got to Belle Biv DeVoe, who is also New Edition, and Johnny Gill, who is also New Edition, and Bobby Brown, who is also New Edition. And we were trying to explain to them that they are the greatest boy band to ever exist. And you don't think about them as a boy band, but they really were, because they started with Telephone Man and Candy Girl when they were preteens in Boston. Candy Girl.
So what's a boy band? Like, would the Beatles count as a boy band?
They could have, except for they played instruments. Boy bands just sing and dance.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Sing and dance.
Yes.
So Backstreet Boys, NSYNC.
Who sang Jamaica? I'm blanking on the name of that. Kokomo?
Oh, the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. Would that be boy band?
They were close to boy band, but they actually played instruments.
They did.
They had a
Okay.
couple of guitar players and a drummer. They were just like, there were bands with boys in them.
Yes.
But boy bands in the theory were boys who were just out there. There were Spanish boy bands. There were R&B boy bands.
Yeah, see, my era had leaned heavy into pop.
Backstreet Pop. Pop was boy bands. If you're a boy band, you were popular. New Edition broke that because they also sang soul. Like, they did ballads, and then the ballads did better. Boy bands tended, so the Osmonds would have qualified, the Jacksons would have qualified as a boy band.
Okay.
In truth, but they outgrew the boy band because longevity tends to happen, and that not always do you stay together as a boy band.
See, boy bands have such a bad rap today. I'm trying to think of boy bands that aren't just, I don't want to call it like,
well, but they all ran the market. I mean,
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, those tours, those were insanity.
Mm-hmm.
What's the K-pop? Is that K-pop?
That's I don't know exactly. That's the
Korean
that's
boy
the
band,
Asian
right?
thing. Go.
Right. So that's a thing,
Yeah.
in the space.
That's blowing up. In
Ricky Martin was a part. What was the Spanish band that Ricky Martin, before he grew up, was a part of? It was a Spanish band. It was on like some Spanish TV. Yeah, and they were big. The Bay City Rollers were a boy band that was big. Yeah. So there's some history behind it. And they say the 90s were in deep. One Direction.
Yeah, so like
Hanson was a boy band.
One Direction. Because today it's like Harry Styles.
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
How do I miss that? Five was a boy band. Yep, that makes sense. So some would say that Jackson 5 and the Osmonds were the original boy bands, but they played instruments as well, but they danced and sang. And then I'm trying to think of
Menudo.
Menudo.
Yeah, that was Ricky Martin's
they had
band.
their own TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So that was also a big part of it. And a lot of the American boy bands, they all came from the Mickey Mouse Club. Because Justin Timberlake, JC Chavez, they were all Mickey Mousers who then got into a band when they matured, and became a thing. Chris Kirkpatrick, who I saw, Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC is really good friends with Larry the Cable Guy.
Okay, nice.
And
Larry's friends with anybody.
He really
He's
is.
such a great guy.
He really is. So at at his last event that was here, he asked me to MC it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, of course. I'm like, you sure you got the right guy? But okay. Because I'm not sure I fall into that demographic.
Yeah, but if Larry says you're good,
But
everyone's
Larry
fine.
said you were good. So it was there. And there at the end of the night, standing at the bar waiting for a drink, because I had been busy all night, so I didn't have a chance to libate. I'm standing by the bar, and up behind me walks Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC, who's there. He's playing golf in the thing, but he's just hanging out.
Right.
And I remembered that there was a time when NSYNC did my daughter a really big favor. They came to DC, and their road manager, who was a dear friend of mine, matter of fact, she was a girlfriend of mine at the time. I said, hey, my daughter's a big NSYNC fan. Do you think you could pull this off? She goes, well, we're coming to DC, so I'll get you backstage. And I'm like, okay,
let's go.
Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. But she did. and she took my daughter and she held her hand and introduced everybody. And
oh, that's sick.
They were really, Justin Timberlake and Chris Kirkpatrick were really kind to her and really good to her.
I do hear Timberlake is a generally good dude.
Yeah, it was Chris Kirkpatrick may be the best.
Which is good because they always say you never want to meet your heroes. So when you do and they live up to it, it's awesome.
They were exceptional to her, and I was dad of the year for that year for that. Fast forward to the Larry the Cable Guy's event, and we're standing there at the bar, and I said, okay, so I need to thank you. And he's kind of staring at me, and I said, because you did a thing back when you guys were on tour. You guys were introduced to my daughter, and you were specifically kind to her and especially kind to her. And he goes, well, thank you. And I was like, yeah, my girlfriend at the time was your tour manager. And he goes, she was not. I was like, Angie Warner. And he goes, yes. I was like, yeah. He goes, and he pointed at me. He goes, oh my God, I know who you are.
That's pretty sick.
And he goes, well, so he and I we're kind of Spider-Manning at the same time. That, hey, if it weren't for you, I would have been with Angie. Like past that. Now, there's some level of truth to it. But we're just laughing. And he goes, no, if it wasn't for you, I'd have married her. And I was like, no. So we're standing there we're here because the event was here. And we're just standing there just having this go back and forth. He pulls out his phone and calls Angie.
Mm-hmm.
And I pull out my phone and I call Angie. We want to see whose call she picks up first. But she's on tour. She's on tour with Post Malone.
Okay.
Currently,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right? So she's not going to answer. Right? There's no way she's going to answer. Except she answers.
Which phone?
She answered Chris. She answered Chris's phone. And he goes, oh my God. And she goes, Chris, come here. She's screaming at him. What are you doing? Why are you calling me? And he goes, you're not going to believe this. Guess who I'm here with? And she goes, I have no idea. And she looked at her phone and she goes, oh my God, you're there with Derek.
Oh, was it FaceTime?
Well, no, because it was FaceTime, but I had called right after he did.
Oh,
so
yeah. So she saw that one too. Yeah.
Right. And so he turns the phone and he and we shared the video of us. And we're just yelling at her, and we're telling the story. So sometimes boy bands turn out to be really good dudes.
Yeah, shout out to him for remembering too. That's awesome.
He was really popular at the golf event. As a matter of fact, I know that when he was here in Lincoln, he signed, I want to say 150 autographs and took pictures with everybody that asked. So that he hadn't lost his humanity. He was pretty cool about it. So there's that. But the boy bands exist. Okay, we will close out this show and we will get Harrison's 3 best uniforms when we come back. Close out late night.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zip line gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
This fall, Baumgars has everything you need to get your farm ready for the season. Stock up on livestock feed, deer corn, and pine shavings to keep your animals fed and your farm running smoothly. Need tools for your fall projects? Grab DeWalt power tools and grass seed to keep your fields in top shape before winter. From your barn to your backyard, Baumgars has you covered. Get ready for the season with everything you need to finish those fall fix-ups. Baumgars, field, farm, and fall fix-ups.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Hey guys, it's Adam Carricker here. As a former Husker and NFL player, I'm a health nut. Hydration and recovery starts at home. That's why I teamed up with Culligan of Lincoln. Soft water means better showers, cleaner dishes, and it protects my water heater and appliances. Their high-efficiency softener cuts salt and water usage. For drinking, I added a Culligan reverse osmosis. Bottled quality water right at my tap. Great taste, and it's certified to reduce tough contaminants like lead and PFAs. Right now, get up to $300 off a whole home system or just $9.95 per month for your first 3 months. Schedule your free water test at CulliganHuskers.com. That's CulliganHuskers.com. Culligan of Lincoln, water you love. Go Big Red.
Limited time offer. Participating dealers. Restrictions may apply.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to Late Night in Lincoln live on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Harrison Arons and Derek Pearson.
Again, down several rabbit holes throughout the course of an evening. We've been true to who we are.
And then some.
We've been true to who we are. Like there's the thing. Final updates. Thunder, again, undefeated. They're at 80. They're leading 81-78 in the third quarter to try to keep their undefeated streak there. The Warriors finished the Suns 118-107. Moody leads the Warriors with 24. Devin Booker with 38 in the losing effort. But there's James Harden has 25 for the Clippers. SGA has 25 and 10 for the Thunder. Harrison, close it out. Give us the 3 best uniforms in all of college football.
Husker football uniforms, if you can't count those. I do love the Florida State. Army or Navy? I honestly will go with Army. I get one more. Florida State Army. I'm thinking wisely here if I only get one.
Mm-hmm.
Is Notre Dame a bad pick?
No.
I like the gold caps.
No, makes all sense. As a matter of fact, if
I was thinking about USC
when
as
they
well.
wear the green, even more so.
What are your 3 before we get out of here?
Not
counting Huskers, obviously.
Not counting the Huskers. I like the Maryland Terps from the 70s.
Which one is the 70s? Is that
well, the 80s, 70s? Randy White. They had Terps inscript on the
yeah,
helmet.
that's beautiful. Love that.
Or you could have gotten just the gold M on it, which certainly mattered. I love Carolina blue. I just don't like Carolina that way, but I love the uniforms.
That's why I gave them the pants. I was like, I'll give you the pants.
I love the uniform.
Mm-hmm. That's always going to be a hit.
Yeah, it's really a thing. And quite frankly, SMU with the red, white, and blue, back Pony Express, Eric Dickerson. If you throw on the huge horse neck collar, neck roll that Dickerson wore, Dickerson Craig James wore during the Pony Express, that certainly is a great looking uniform.
Was LSU in consideration?
LSU is in consideration. UCLA is in consideration. USC.
Yeah. See,
I just couldn't do it this week. That is just this week.
I literally thought about
It's just this
UCLA
week.
and the Tar Heels. and
It's
it's like,
just this
no.
week that I just simply cannot do it.
Their
So,
basketball uniforms, though, A1.
Yeah.
Some of the best.
Fair things to talk about.
All right.
Well done, sir.
Absolutely. Don't go anymore. Well, yeah, you guys can if you
You
want
gotta
to.
go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
We're leaving, but you guys can come back 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, early break. That's going to wrap it up for Late Night in Lincoln.